Well, actually, there was a good consensus across the panel about making sure that the community is in the heart of redevelopment. It was very clear that we all want to make a better space. Where we wanted to go into, or where I certainly wanted to go into, was talking about whether it is about profit or people, and how can we make sure it's about both. And some of the ideas that we are doing as a borough, but also other boroughs across London and the UK. Well, it's very clear to me as the leader of a council that the job of that council is to facilitate where the community wants to go. So the community, being one of the poorest in London, needs to be able to have a home. So we couldn't do it in what would be traditional housing sense, so we've done it with PRS, private rented sector. We were the first to introduce that in the borough. We start our PRS at London living wage, or 2 people on the minimum wage, with different price points through, so people have the right to rent again in London. Because this last 40 years, it seems like it's been a dirty word to rent. So we want to bring it back and show that actually everyone, every type of Londoner, whether you're new or old, have the right to be in London. Well, affordable is actually a dead word now, as far as I'm concerned, because in some of the other boroughs, they say it's affordable, but 80% to most people is not affordable. In fact, you go over 65, it's not affordable. So we call some, in Dagenham, we call it infrastructure homes when we're talking about it, because these are homes that you'll never be able to buy because they're private rented. Yeah, but you can live in them for the rest of your life. And we need to look at flexi tenure as well, and we're starting to experiment there. So we talk about the right to rent, the right to invest, which is shared ownership, because most Londoners now can't afford to buy a house outright, and then the right to move, where we're looking to see how we can support people that no longer want the city life and move on. So it works out cheaper for the local authority, it works out better for the community if we can find solutions to those types of problems. I think there's some really good private sector organisations out there that get that type of vision. Unfortunately, there's still too many that are too traditional. And they're not thinking the big picture. And I get very cross when I hear from people saying, oh, the values are not right. Well, London is pulsing again. If you can't make it add up, your business model is wrong. And that's really, really important that people understand where we are going. And London will become a great metropolis of renters once again, because the home ownership bubble was burst. By and large, most young people now have jobs where they move around too frequently to want to be rooted in one place. So I see that really developing, and I'm really pleased with our new company. So we've invested in our staff by bringing all our planning and all our regeneration team into a private company, so we can start working with our private company colleagues to make sure we build what the community want to see. Our job is to facilitate. It's the private company money or public sector money to invest in the vision that the community has.